G. Kelly Dixon here,
Lawyer Mensah.
and we had these conversations because we started this podcast because we were having conversations to ourselves that we just thought like we should tape, and we talk about a lot of deep stuff. I wanted to talk about like what's kind of going on in the U.S. right now with this whole COVID thing and this money printing.
So when you say money printing, you're talking about like the quantitative easing?
Yes, yes. The fact that the money supply has kind of expanded. We're looking at what, almost $4 trillion in a year.
That's a lot of money. 4 trillion. That's a lot of money. People talking about billions and millions. 4 trillion.
The funny part is like, where does it go? And who's what's the cost of it? And who's paying for it? And the tough side is that what people don't realize is that money printing makes most people poorer, and they have no clue why. They don't get it. They don't understand it. It's just like they vote for people, both Democrats and Republicans, that are printing money that are making people poorer because of the money printing.
The interesting thing is because the people who print money is sort of, to your point, not necessarily Democrat or Republican. It's the government, if you will. And most people don't think about the effect that it may have on the economy, as long as they get a piece of it. Right? This year, think about how much money went through a lot of people's hands.
How much they got left.
That's a different kind of... But, yeah, I mean...
It doesn't matter how much goes through your hands. It matters how much you got left.
Yeah. That's...
And what you grow that money to.
I mean, Amazon is happy. Nike is happy.
Yeah.
Probably Gucci, Fendi, and whatever designer brand is happy because they got a good portion of it from the consumer, right?
Because that's my point. Like if you're not producing anything or you're not trying to grow your money, then you're making somebody else richer. Every dollar you get makes you or somebody else richer. So the question is, how much money are you putting back into your pocket? So if you take a bunch of money, you print it, you give it to people that are less fortunate, they take the money. If they don't produce anything, then they give it to the rich people. In addition to giving it to the rich people, what also happens is inflation. That's a whole nother discussion. But if inflation happens, not only are goods and services more expensive, you now have maybe an item or two more, but now your bills are higher and you have less money even though there's more money out there. So the rich just got richer. You basically get left holding the bag because prices go up and the money or increase in income that you have relative to the prices going up doesn't match up.
Yeah. So is that a wealthy person problem or issue? Do you say, oh, it's the wealthy person's fault that they're producers? Or just say, hey, it's no one's fault. Let's just educate the people who don't understand the fact of, in a capitalist society, if you don't produce anything and you're just a consumer, you will lose the game.
Okay. That's a very big part of it. Yes, I agree with that. But people are so brainwashed by politicians that get on, and these are both sides, that get on the phone and get online or get on TV, and they just straight lie to people. Yes, if you don't produce anything, then you're going to get left behind, right?
Potentially.
Yes, it is what it is. No, that's a fact. Right? If you're not investing or producing, you're getting left behind. All right, 100%. The second part, which I really have a problem with, is that you're talking about raising taxes, and the people that get taxed aren't the people that should be getting taxed. Because the people that should be getting taxed know the law enough or have people that know the law enough to avoid those taxes or to move their money in places where it doesn't become tax or tax exempt. So basically what you're doing is you're taking money from the upper middle class to give to the poor middle class, which is reducing the power of the middle class and making them all poorer by design. So the government is almost creating a crabs in the barrel mentality. Multiply that by the fact that that group is not producing anything, and now you have a real conundrum, all right? Because they don't own anything and they have nothing to write off. That's the issue I'm having. And they're on TV touting that this is a good thing. I'm not Democrat nor Republican. Okay, I'm completely independent, and I'm not even going to talk about voting because I'll probably piss a lot of people off. But I don't really. I'm not too happy about the choices that we have for other reasons. So it's just I just react.
That was deep, man.
It's true though.
So how do you fix it?
Individuals, well, I'm not at this level.
Yeah.
I can only talk to the individual. Own something that is going to go up in value.